So we doing it a third time. I look good. Shoot. Hi y'all. Welcome back to my channel. I just want to let y'all know, I'm gonna just say it. I am actively trying to look into the camera. I'm looking at you. But it feels really awkward looking because I like looking at myself. But yeah, I'm gonna actively try to look in the camera as we get through this video. Thank you all for stopping by again. I'm looking at myself again. Thank you all for stopping by this video. So let me just tell y'all what happened. So I was thinking about doing a get to know me, right? But the thing is, like, I asked questions on Instagram. Like, I asked the question, like, what do you guys want to know about me? And I just felt like the questions were just not what I wanted them to be. Or I didn't have enough questions, and I just felt like it would have been a really short video and stuff. So I came up with this plan for you guys to actually get to know me. I'm gonna aim for every Wednesdays to put out a video talking about a specific area of my life that I would like you guys to know about, because of course I'm on YouTube. I don't want everybody to know everything about me, but just an area of my life that I want you guys to know about and will help you to understand who I am better. So this week I decided, especially since I wanted to talk about this, I wanted to make a video about this for such a long time, just talking about what it is and stuff. I'm gonna tell you guys about a diagnosis, a disease I live with called multiple sclerosis. I think it's a significant part of my life, so it's important for me to talk about it. I'm very open about it. I talk about it all the time. My friends know. And I also just wanted to be myself in the video, because what's the point of making these videos for you guys to get to know me and you don't even see me in the real me? So I came in with my natural hair, whatever. So if you don't follow me on Instagram or you don't know, I always be chopping my hair off. So my hair is finally growing back. I actually, my hair was bald. I was bald in October. I did it in August, I think, the end of August last year. And then I bald, almost, there was this a little patch of hair up here, in this. I was bald in October again for my birthday. So to see where my hair is at now, it's actually neck length. It's here, but you know how black hair be. I have 4B, 4C-ish type hair, 4B mostly. So yeah, so I'm really happy. I just did that. I did a little bit of makeup, not anything too crazy. And I just put on some earrings. I'm in a sweater and a biker shorts. So you guys are getting the real me. I was trying to get wine. I broke my wine glass and I have no wine, so I put some Jamaican cola up in here, okay? I'm trying to find the place that I already drank from because I have lip gloss on, so. We gonna sip and talk about what MS is, okay? Look me my pen. So, since I'm living with the disease, I'm quite familiar with it, So I had went to my my neurologist a couple weeks ago because I had to do a procedure, a spinal tap, and I found these magazines talking about relapsing MS and stuff like that, which we will get into. But I found these magazines. I was like, well, these gonna be great resources, and they really were, y'all. And I also have my laptop here because I don't want to be giving you guys incorrect information. But I have my laptop right here, and I have the website for the National Multiple Sclerosis Society up. So if I ever stumble in this video in regards to anything with MS, I could just look it up and we will have the correct information. So let's get into the actual video, okay? The first question we will be answering is, what is multiple sclerosis? And just like many others in this world, I didn't even know it existed before my diagnosis. And we'll get into my story and how it happened with me later on, but we do need to talk about what multiple sclerosis is. So we know we have our nervous system. If you got a brain, you got a nervous system, all right? So our brains, our nerves, that's how we feel, that's how we experience the world. We have that in our bodies. So within our brain, our spinal cord, we have cells, which, it's a specialized cell called a neuron. Cells are the smallest basic unit of life, for us. So the specialized cells in our nervous system are called neurons, and they have covering. So wow, I feel like I'm jumping the gun. We know that our nervous system, like, it helps us like feel the world with a lot of like electrical and chemical signals and stuff. So it's basically, neurons are basically like wires. It's the best way to explain it. And y'all know wires have like the I'm looking at myself the whole time. Wires have like the insulated rubber, the covering part. So basically that's how our neurons work, like kind of how it works. Our neurons have a covering called the myelin sheath. And what happens with MS is our white blood cells, I believe it's the T cells. If I have that wrong, I will correct it and put it up here. But it's the T cells. They attack and they basically like damage our myelin sheath. So a lot of impulses, a lot of the electrical and chemical impulses, they're like hindered because there's no insulation. Because if a wire with insulation, with the rubber around it, it moves like it works better basically. So because our myelin sheath is damaged, we don't really like, it doesn't work the way it's supposed to basically. So that's what MS is. There are 4 different types of MS, and that's why I'm gonna open my book because I'm forgetting the names. So I have my little notebook here. It's the isolated syndrome one. I think there's another name they call it, but it's the isolated syndrome, relapsing remitting MS, which is what I have. Primary progressive MS, and then there's secondary progressive MS. With the relapsing one, the one that I have, it's just that kind of like going to periods where you experience like, again, a relapse, like you will experience some of the symptoms, which I should. This video all over the place, but y'all don't get it. Y'all don't get it. So a lot of the symptoms of MS are it affects coordination, it can affect vision, sensation, speech. It's like, have y'all ever seen somebody with like who had a stroke, how they speak? Like during a relapse, it can sound like that. It's like such hard work to speak. It's very difficult. You could also have like a very slight droop in your face, because I had that as well, and stuff like that. So these are some of the symptoms of MS. Like if you think about like I guess what your nervous system would do and what it helps you with, it could be affected, so there's that. I could probably like get into my story and how like I found out I had it. I'm gonna try to keep it short, but basically I was in college. It was my junior year that I had my first relapse. Like, was it junior year or sophomore year? It was like between sophomore and junior year. So sophomore year, I had like a facial droop. Like I remember that summer between sophomore and junior year, or I can't remember. It was between sophomore and junior year. I had lost feeling in like the right side of my face, and like it kind of like extended towards my neck. Like when I touched my face, it felt really weird. It was very difficult for me to speak. And initially when I had went to go get it checked out, we thought it was Bell's palsy. So that's what we were going with. We were going with the fact that it was Bell's palsy, whatever. And then as I went back to school, school is difficult. Like, it's hard. I'm under stress. Like I would notice that like sometimes my right arm, y'all, my handwriting would be like chicken scratch because I could not control my pen. I remember sitting in one of my classes and I was like, why why can't I write, you know? But I always write things off as stress. I don't know why. I had always wiped it off as stress, and I was like, I can't write. And I had told my parents about it, but like by the time I even, you know, we even like, it thought it would have, you know, progressed or whatever, it got better. And then like intermittently, every couple months, like I'd have problems walking. Like sometimes I wake up and I lose my balance, and it's like, it was really weird, but it was always very like not major. So I didn't take it as anything, which don't ever do that. As somebody who is pre-med, I should have known better, but I didn't. Or I didn't act better, basically. But I remember the summer, it always used to happen in the summer. It was the summer between junior and senior year. I had a bad relapse. Like it came, the MS came in all its glory, y'all. I remember I woke up one morning, I was going to church, right? And I got up from the bed and I was like, I could not keep my balance. I kept falling, I kept tripping, and I was like, did I not sleep enough last night? And then I put on my heels. I was struggling to walk into heels. I look crazy, y'all, but thank God I sit for most of church. After worship, you just have to stand in place and you sit. So yeah, and then it just kept getting worse. And that summer I had an internship. I had an internship at Columbia University, and oh, it was so difficult. Like I would be tripping on air. Like I remember we were like studying soil. It was an environmental thingy, environmental science. Sorry, thingy. So we were like studying soil, and I remember just like I would drop files. I would be tripping in the lab, and I'm like, this is so weird. But what really scared me is like one night I was with my friend, and we were on our way to Buffalo Wild Wings, and all of a sudden I'm in the car and I'm talking to her, and my speech started like slur, like bad slur. Like it was so difficult for me to form words. I sounded like a child. It was really, really scary. So I was like, oh no. And then in addition to that, in addition to the speech, I couldn't, like my arm, to lift it was difficult, to lift things up. I couldn't do my makeup, which that was quite devastating. Like I didn't even care about the writing part. The fact that I couldn't do my makeup, child. But yeah, it was just so difficult. It's like everything came full force, and I became so tired. Like I would sleep all day. Like I would get up. It's crazy because I was with her, and I would like wake up at like 9. Say I get up at 9, and I would shower, eat. By 10:30, I was knocked out again, and I would sleep for hours, like hours on hours. Get up, I might watch a movie, back to sleep. Like it was so fatigued. Everything took so much energy out of me. And I was like, yeah, no, I gotta loop my parents into this now, because this is getting crazy. I can't speak, I can't write, I can't touch my face, I can't walk. So I told my parents, and then we went to like various neurologists and stuff like that. And I got an MRI, which is one of the ways that MS can be diagnosed. It could be diagnosed. Let me open up to the page, because it had ways in which you can be diagnosed. But an MRI is one of, you know, the most effective ways. So it says an MRI of the brain and the spinal cords. With an MRI of the brain and the spinal cords, doctors can spot lesion characteristics of MS as well as other changes. So I did have an MRI, and the MRI did reveal that I had a lot of brain lesions, which is, you know, characteristic of MS. And I remember when I first got the MRI, and the first neurologist I went to, he called and he told us, I was at my internship, and I bursted out in tears. And luckily I was around friends who were amazing, and I still love them to this day. They shared that experience with me. I was at the headquarters of like our program, and I was bawling. I remember my mom on the phone. She sounded crazy because we didn't know what it was. You know, we were just so scared, you know, super scared. And I was so sad. Like, I was like, how you gonna be attacking my brain? Like, this is crazy. And it was very difficult for me to accept that diagnosis. And it was a rough period in my life. You know, I was questioning all types of stuff. I was like, God, I thought we was homies. I thought we were good. But, you know, I found out that, like, having a disease doesn't mean that God don't love you. You know, he allows things in our lives sometimes to teach us things and for us to grow and stuff like that. So I don't feel that way anymore. But at that time I was just so down. But yeah, eventually I went to a specialist, and she diagnosed me and stuff like that. So that's one of the ways. The MRI is one of the ways that you can be diagnosed. But you can also be diagnosed through, well, not diagnosed. There's other things that the neurologist would check, like they will do a neurological exam to see how, you know, your nervous system is working. Like, you know, when you go to the doctor and if you like hit your head, like they do certain things, they'd ask you like put your hands out and close your eyes to see if there's like a drift or something like that. And then they like check to see your sensation and stuff like that, like if you have equal feeling in both your legs and stuff like that. The first time I went, my exam was completely abnormal. She was like, yeah, your exam is abnormal. And I was like, damn, you could have said it in a nicer way, whatever. But they could do that. They also check your vision, because MS can affect your vision. You can, you know, have these very blurry times where you see very blurry. I mean, my vision is bad to begin with, so, but I've never had anything out of the ordinary. And I also recently just got my vision exam or check relating to MS, and I'm fine. Glory to God, hallelujah. So that's good. And then they check like other things. I was talking about a spinal tap at the beginning of the video. Let me tell y'all, people dragged it though, because a spinal tap is this exam where they would take some of the fluid in your spine. I will be lying if I tell you exactly what they're testing for when they do that, but I do know that they take some of the fluid out of your spine with a very, like, it's a very fine needle. I thought it would have been bigger, but they go to like your lower, like lumbar area. I think, yeah, it's your lumbar area, and they would like draw some fluid from there. It feels very weird. It feels very, very, very weird. Okay, but I made it through. That's basically my experience. I feel like my experience took up most of the video. But yeah, that's how it happened with me. And like I said, I have relapsing MS, which I am under treatment for right now. So I live a completely normal life. People can live a completely normal life with multiple sclerosis. You would not know if I didn't tell you that I had this. So I'm very grateful, you know, for the fact that I can afford the medication. I can afford what I'm on. And I use Ocrevus, which is a infusion, and I get it done every 6 months. So every 6 months I go over to my doctor's office, and they put the IV here, or they might put it up here, depends on wherever I want it that day. And for like, it takes about 4 to 6 hours, more on the 4 end, or like 3 to 6 hours. But the first time you do it, if you and your neurologist, you know, decide that this is the best treatment for you, if you do start over as the first time, it's about 6 hours. And y'all, I was losing my mind. But they do give you sleep medication. Like, they give you like Benadryl, so you be knocked out, okay? So you be waking up and then you see like the bag is like halfway done. So it's not terrible, but that's the medication that I use. But there are other medications. It can be treated with pills, it could be treated with shots, it could be treated with IV, intravenous fluids or whatever. Yeah, so it does depend on what you and your neurologist decide that is best for you, what is best for you. So, you know, if you have, you know, I don't know, I might be talking to somebody who might be having those symptoms, and you want to get, you know, you might have been recently diagnosed or something, you talk to your neurologist and you guys can figure out the best route. I personally love my treatment. I am perfect. Like, I am usually okay. Like, a couple of times if I'm super stressed or like I overwork myself, I might have like a very like minor, like I might feel like a little like slight loss of sensation in my right arm, because it usually affects my right side of my body. But then I, you know, I calm down, I get myself in order, and I'm usually back to normal. Or sometimes I'd be super tired than most. I get fatigued quite easily sometimes. Like, I am not what I was freshman year of college. Like, I get very fatigued sometimes. But for the most part, I am completely normal life. I can exercise, I can run, I can stand, and stuff like that. But yeah, so there's that. I wanted to like talk about some like who's at risk in terms like some fun, not fun facts, but like some actual facts about MS. 74 actually, the 74% of persons with MS are women. So it is more prevalent in women than men. It's also more prevalent in persons who live further away from the equator. So, you know, a hotter, like more tropical places, you won't find a lot of people with MS, I guess. But the further you move away to like the temperate countries, you find more people with MS. Northern European ethnicity, I guess it's more prevalent within that group of people. There is also some link between family history and the disease. So if somebody, your great grandmother had MS, that increases your chances of having MS. No one in my family had it that I knew of. So guess I'm the first. Woohoo. Exposure to certain infections, including Epstein-Barr, human herpes virus 6, and chlamydia. I think they're just saying chlamydia. They actually listed. Wow, it said chlamydia pneumoniae, I believe. That's the word. I can't say it, but yeah. Low levels of vitamin D. Also, my vitamin D is gutter, like low. There is some link between vitamin D and MS, like the vitamin D levels, and MS. And when I moved here to America from Guyana, because y'all know I was exposed to the sun all the time, my vitamin D levels went rock bottom. I never seen sunlight type low. So I take vitamin D every day to try to, increase those levels. Smoking and obesity also have some link to your diagnosis as well. So, or to your chances actually of having MS. I did mention the clinically isolated syndrome as a type of MS, and that one is just like you have a first episode of neurological symptoms lasting at least 24 hours caused by inflammation of or damage to myelin in the central nervous system. So there's that. That's the very first one, the clinically isolated syndrome, relapsing remittent, can't speak. Relapsing remittent MS. Yes, so there's that one, which I explained how it happens with me. And then there's the other two, primary progressive and secondary progressive. And progressive just means it speaks for itself. Also, I remember reading in this very same book, and I was quite scared that a lot of people who were diagnosed initially with relapsing remittent MS develop into progressive. That won't be me though, in the name of Jesus. Absolutely not. It won't. But like a lot of those people do end up developing progressive. So that's why a lot of neurologists, like, they stay on you and they're very keen, like they monitor you. You're supposed to be seeing your neurologist at least once a year, okay? Also, fun fact for those of us who are already diagnosed with MS, there is a new study that shows that learning a new language can help you. Girl, I'm about to learn French and Spanish too, because I think they were saying that with MS, your brain cell volume, it decreases and it declines with people with MS. So learning a new language can help to increase that. So for all of us out here with MS, we need to be learning some language. You see, in the book, it has like how to say hello in different languages. You need to get with it. These stars are just things that I wanted to talk about. Another fun fact, which was kind of scary. I love reading these magazines. They're so amazing. But another fun fact was, well, it's not really fun. This one is not fun at all. it said that some women with MS do experience decreased sex drive. That was sad. That was very sad, actually. I was reading that and I was like, I mean, that's not my worries now, right now, this period in my life. But I was thinking about like women who are married and, or have like, you know, they're in a stable, older relationship or whatever. Like that can really affect like their sex life. And that was scary to think about, you know? But again, these things are just like, you know, facts of MS that were just very like, I guess, interesting to me, and I wanted to share those. All right, so before I go, I wanted to talk about some information that I read up that I think might be crucial and stuff like that. Well, not crucial, but it might be interesting to people who are interested. But I want to like actually list the symptoms of relapsing remittent MS and stuff like that. So it says that symptoms as blurred or double vision, muscle weakness, stiffness, spasms, tingling, and numbness in limbs, coordination and balance problems, and fatigue are common when you have a relapse. I've experienced all of those with the exception of the vision problems. Many people with relapsing remittent MS notice that certain activities or situations, such as taking a hot bath or being under a lot of stress, seem to trigger flare-ups. Periods of intensifying symptoms, also commonly referred to as relapse or exacerbations. All right, y'all, that is all I have to share with you. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video and you learned something. I know it wasn't like the most planned put together video, but like I said, you guys were getting my honest and real self. I hope you guys enjoyed learning about MS. All the future neurologists, I hope you guys learned something. And even for those of you who don't know, I would say that people with MS sometimes can experience mood changes or depression and stuff like that. Doesn't always happen, but it can happen, you know, because of just like dealing with the diagnosis, or, you know, your brain has lesions. So I would recommend or challenge you guys to, if you know a friend with MS, just support them the best way you can. Show them that you love them. Help them if they're having a relapse, or if they're, you know, have the progressive one. Like, just help them in any way you can. Don't, you know, make them feel terrible, but you could also help them. And, you know, but people, we can live regular, normal lives just like the rest of everybody, just like the rest of people. But yeah, I think it's just really important for people to know, because people don't know about this, you know. I hope you guys learned a lot. Thank you guys for tuning in. My next video gonna be real special. I might be, or more than likely will be, talking about Guyana. Y'all know how much I love my country, or if you don't, now you know. I love my country. So yes, thank you guys for tuning in. I love you guys so much. I'm sorry that I wasn't looking at you once again. I'm gonna try. But I hope you guys have a great day. I hope you're keeping safe in this global pandemic that we're all experiencing. But it was nice chatting with you guys, okay? Thank you. Have a great day. Stay blessed. Love y'all.